I want to welcome you to Buy Time Like Billionaires. This is day three of documenting Buy Time Like Billionaires. So, if you've been here the previous days, something has obviously changed since the last time you were here, and that is the name. So, yesterday I was doing some research and I was also talking to a member of my team. And one thing that we realized in order to serve people, there are a few revenue acceleration strategies that's really important to share with the other book. It just didn't fit. Like right now, I have like three different book ideas, and so the book that had the best fit for the revenue acceleration idea was Buy Time Like Billionaires. And like right now, there are certain things that people need. There are certain things that people desire, and there are certain things that can assist people with like bringing more value to the world. And I want to be a conduit to really help people to bring all of those three to pass. So not only can they benefit, but they can also benefit from the people that they serve. And so, sometime when you're in business and you're in entrepreneurship, and especially when you're writing a book, it's very, very important to be flexible and allow yourself the opportunity and the chance to pivot when needed. Because whenever there's like an idea that you get and you're just really firm and you're stuck on that idea, and even if something else comes along that can serve the people that you want to serve better, sometime when you're too attached to the original idea, you actually might miss an opportunity to serve your audience at the highest level. And it's like, for me, the one thing that I'm a firm believer on is that the only thing that I'm married to is my wife. Like when it comes to a book idea, a business idea, a name, like the only thing that I'm married to is my wife. And if there's something that I think is a great idea, but something else comes along that can serve people on the other side better, then I'm going to move forward with that. And so this is the change with that. So, with that being said, one of the things that I am doing today, in terms of documenting Buy Time Like Billionaires, is now going back to some of the things that I've already written and changing the names up a little bit. Now, there are some chapters that just doesn't fit, and those chapters will go into the other book. But there are other things where it's going to be a perfect fit, but I have to go back and change the name. So for now, what I'm going to do today is just spend a little bit of time just going back and even like restructuring my mind, because it's like when you have a thought process of a book or a project and you're like all in on that and you have all the resources directed at that, and then you take a pivot, like sometimes you have to regroup, so you're not taking remnants of a previous idea into another idea. And so I'm going to do some time today and take that as well. But one of the biggest things that I'm going to do to commit today is go back through some of the chapters that I think is going to be a perfect fit, and make sure that I shift the names and make sure that the content is really geared towards Buy Time Like Billionaires, and to make sure that it's not, just kind of like a copy and paste with something that was a totally different project, so it's not serving people. And I also want to tell you, like, where did this idea Buy Time Like Billionaires even come from? So over the last couple of years, I've really had the privilege to be around people that they make a lot of money, and people that make a lot of money, that invest on high levels. Sometimes they just have access to things that other people just don't have access to. And if these other people did have access to them, like, they would benefit immensely. And so I want to take a lot of what I've learned and make it available for people who might not have the resources to get into some of the rooms that I have been blessed to be in, and help these other people get to a level that might be higher than they otherwise might get to without certain content. And I'll tell you, if you've never seen the movie before, In Time, it's a movie by, I think, Justin Timberlake is one of the actors, but the movie is all about, like, people don't work to get money, people work to get time. And you see like poor people, like they are running everywhere. Like nobody sitting around in the corner just chilling. Like everybody is running everywhere because they don't have a lot of time. Whereas the like super wealthy people, like they're relaxed, chilling, laid back, everything is slow motion, sip and drink the coffee, talk, next to the tea. Like they live in a totally different world, and they move a lot different. That movie has had the most profound impact on my life because I thought about this is really a reflection in real life. Yeah, we might get money when we go to work, but when you really think about it, the more money you have, the more money that you can leverage to actually buy more time in a day. Because the thing that I learned also over these last couple of years is that everybody doesn't have 24 hours in a day. And I'm going to go deep into this, on one of the chapters in the book. And the reality is, a lot of times, people with money, they have as much time in a day as they can afford, meaning that sometimes they buy somebody else's time at a discount to leverage them to do something that otherwise would have cost them their time. But now they have more time to do something else because they pay somebody to do something else that's going to cost them their time for an exchange of money. But it's also going to give this person whatever they want on the other side of exchanging that money and that time for it. And so there's some people, they might have a week in 24 hours. Some people might have a whole year in 24 hours. And some people, they only have 24 hours. And so often it's like when you don't really understand how time works and how money works and how you can leverage it, sometimes people don't even have 24 hours. Because when you think about a lot of people, especially in the United States, they might have 24 hours that they're going to be breathing. But so much of the 24 hours today is focusing on dreading tomorrow. So in essence, tomorrow is stealing from their today. And so they had 24 hours, but they probably wasted 4 hours thinking about tomorrow. And guess what? When tomorrow comes, they're going to probably waste 4 or 5 hours the next day on thinking about the previous day. And so there's some people that just don't have the same amount of time. And I want to break this down because like some of the things that I learned, like I'm not really doing it any kind of justice. And it's a lot, to really get drilled down. But it's like once you see it, it's like it doesn't matter how much money you have, what level you're on, like it is broken down and it's so plain. It's like, man, that makes perfect sense. However, if you've never seen the movie In Time before, I really urge you and I encourage you to watch it because it will give you a different perspective on life. And it might even give you a different desire, because one of the things that stood out for me the most in that movie was, you had this son and his mother, great relationship. They're scheduled, and I really don't want to tell you this, but because I already started, I got to, finish it up. But they're scheduled to meet each other, and it's like the son gives the mom, or no, the mom gives the son a little bit of time because he was like short on time, and like they're gonna go their separate ways, and then later on they're gonna meet up. Well, it's like when it's time for them to meet up, it's like both of them are just hauling it, running, trying to get to each other, and they're in different parts of the city. And just as they see each other, it's like the son now he has extra time to give to the mom, but the mom is running out of time. And it's like she's running, getting to him, and it's like she only has 30 seconds left, and the son knows that his mom is about to run out of time. And so he has enough time on him to give her time. And it's like right as they were just about to reach and like lock arms so that he can give her time, she dies. And when I saw that, like that made me really emotional because I'm like, man, like there are so many people that are dying just because they don't have certain resources that they can have. And it's not that somebody is taking these resources available, to them from them. It's that they just don't have the information to access these resources at a high level to leverage and maximize. And so this is one of the things that really inspired and drove me to this book. And it's really going to help people to accelerate their revenue, and it's going to help them to leverage time. But I just want to say to those that are on this journey, I appreciate you being here. I thank you for your flexibility and my flexibility with changing courses on this book to truly serve people on the other side at the highest level. But I look forward to giving you a lot more updates and even getting deeper into what this book is going to entail and even sharing some behind the scenes with some of the chapters that are going to be coming in the days ahead. But thank you again and have a phenomenal day.